You're not a gambler. You would never waste your money that way. This is Tad Fulford with Rise Up in Real Estate, and today, happy 2025, happy new year. But I want to challenge you with the fact that I bet you're a gambler with the most important thing that you have in your possession. Not your money, not your house, not your car, but your life. So today's going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. I'm going to challenge you a little bit differently. It's not going to be like 1, 2, 3 points or things that you can do to necessarily follow a syllabus of where we're going to get to the idea today. Where this idea comes from is the bottom of my heart. I heard something today, again, that I wanted to remind you of in this video so that you can start to think about this if you haven't thought about it already. Are you living your life by accident or are you living it by design? I want you to look at all areas of your life: relationships, your physical health, your emotional and spiritual health, your business world, your relationship with your children, your relationship with your spouse, coworkers, team members, the relationship you have with yourself. Are you living those things by accident or by design? Now, let me explain to you what I mean. A lot of times, it's very easy for us to make a relation to this in our business, right? So if the market's good, we do good. If the market's not good, we do bad. There's always a reason that we don't excel. There's always a reason that things have been tough and next year is going to be better. But that is living reactionary. That is living by accident. We are going to receive whatever happens in our life and not have any control over it. We're just going to be on the receiving end of whatever might happen in our business. And the people that do this are the ones that wake up every day. And I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself these questions. They wake up every day and they go straight to their email and they find the next best thing to work on in their email and they churn away at that and they knock out as many emails or text messages as they can that day. It might lead them to a contract that they need to figure out, or it might lead to a phone call with a client that they need to call, or an attorney, and next thing you know, there's a whole day gone as we've chased the rabbits through our email or our text accounts. Maybe even our database, if you're that skilled and you have a database that you use, maybe you go in your database every day in the morning and you find out, is anybody looking? Is anybody looking? Is anybody looking? And if you find one, then you jump on it and you go. Well, believe me, those are good things to do, but they're not great things to do because they are reactionary. You are going somewhere looking for something to react to. That is by accident. That is not proactionary. It's reactionary. Does that make sense? You are letting someone else make the first move. Would you ever do that in tic-tac-toe? Maybe. Some of you are very skilled at tic-tac-toe or chess and you'd allow, or checkers, you'd let someone else make the first move in a board game. If you had the choice, wouldn't you prefer to make the first move? Reactionary is not as good as proactionary. By accident is not as good as by design. And this is what I mean. Some of you out there wake up in the mornings, no matter what the distractions are or the conversations are that are going on in your texts and emails. And I'm not talking about emergencies, although you have to put a category with emergencies, like what really constitutes an emergency. But rather than go to those places and find out what fires you can help put out or quench or even stoke to make more of a fire, you go to your planned out daily vital activities that you set long before that day ever came. When you set your course of action at the end of the year prior, you knew that every day you needed to do this group of activities in order to get to this inevitable outcome. So you just get up in the morning and you do your things. This is very boring and very mundane. Compound effect would say it's stacking up those boring and mundane activities in order to achieve the inevitable results and incredible results that you wish for on the other end of the spectrum. So after you've done these activities and you know what these activities are, you've got time left over in your day, because normally those activities are making phone calls or prospecting, meeting people, handing out business cards, going to functions where you meet potential clients or customers, might be sending emails, it might be proactionary things, farming a neighborhood, doing an open house. I don't know what your vital activities are, but they are proactionary. And you don't take a moment to check the market before you do those things. You just do those things. Good football teams, great football teams do the same thing. Almost mundane, repeating the same things on a daily basis. They're boring, and yet in order to be elite, you have to be boring. So are you gambling? Like this year, we've just gone into 2025. Have you chosen to thrive in 2025 by saying to yourself, I'm going to do this group of activities on a daily basis? Now, look at all areas of your life. Look at physical fitness. Look at diet. Look at relationships with your spouse or your children. Do you have lists of activities that you want to do on a daily or regular basis so that you can be proactive, building those relationships, building that business, as opposed to just saying, okay, what's life going to throw at me today and how can I respond? Because promise you, in 12 months, at the end of 2025, you're going to look back and you're going to say, I was either reactionary or proactionary. This is a crazy quadrant to look at, but if you are reactionary and the market is indeed bad, you're in worse shape. If the market is very good and you're reactionary, congratulations, you won the bet. But what if you're proactionary in either of those cases? Proactionary, bad market, you're better off. Proactionary, good market, congratulations, you win the lottery. So don't take a chance at gambling with your life. Don't react to what other people are going to do. Take control. Take control. If you need help in figuring out how to sit down and figuring out how to make a plan, if you want to look at business consultation and you want to look at it in a deep, meaningful way, let's get together and chat about it, because that's what we do. That's what we're passionate about, because I want you to live your abundant life. But in order to do it, you can't react. You have to be proactive. You can't live by accident. You must live by design. This is Tad Fulford with Rise Up in Real Estate, and I hope today gets you thinking and it helps you rise up.